Okay, so this is going to be a little bit controversial tutorial. I'm showing this basically technique or way of doing as a general. That way it kind of gives you idea of possibility and technically what can you do with it. Each of those steps that I'm going to be doing and showing, obviously read and compare to how your computer is set up, and basically, you know, the standard drill of, you know, setting up things. Don't just copy and paste it because you're not going to get the same result. Also, very important, when you trying to connect your reference display to Decklink card, make sure in DaVinci Resolve you don't have any 3D LUTs selected as correction for your reference display. Otherwise, you're going to be broadcasting a wrong signal. So make sure that turn off, or make sure that you have monitor basically that you can load LUT inside the monitor. That actual feed that you try to broadcast is clean, and it's up to a viewer or the client to basically get the clean signal. Because if you're gonna have that LUT baked in, they're not gonna get clean signal, and it's gonna be complete mess when, you know, they're gonna watch it and stuff like that. So again, this tutorial is just very basic as a general. Make sure to configure all those settings yourself to get the most accurate result. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can broadcast your reference display in case you want to show it to your client, or, you know, you want to do live tutorial, because you can easily broadcast the stream, but you know, as you know, the reference display, you cannot broadcast just simply like that. You need special capture card. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. So stay tuned. One very important thing before we're going to start our tutorial is make sure you have a Decklink card that basically allows your DaVinci Resolve to output to external display. Without this Decklink card, there is no way you can have a reference monitor being broadcasted because there is no output signal. So I'm going to put all the links in the description below where you can find those things, buy it if you like, or just in general take a look for future reference, and, you know, for whatever reason if you're watching this tutorial. So Decklink card is a must-have in order to make this tutorial happen. Anyways, so here is the Camlink 4K we're gonna be working with today by Elgato, and as some of you guys know, Elgato makes basically equipment for streamers, for gamers, whatnot. This video is not sponsored, by the way, by any of those guys. I'm basically doing it from my own. And the reason why I chose this particular way of doing things instead of, let's say, the capture card by Blackmagic device is simply because this little thing is like basically a USB thumb drive. Versus Blackmagic capture card, you have to put inside computer, and, you know, it's a little bit more complicated. This thing you put in USB 3 and it's good to go. So I think it's a little bit more practical. It also records 4K. You will not get 10-bit with this, but again, if you broadcasting, I highly doubt that you really need 10-bit to broadcast, because, you know, the internet and technology is still not really there. Okay, so now I finally switched to my Elgato 4K capture card, and as you can see, I'm basically right now recording my reference display separately on the full screen. I can record it, or also I can stream it. Now, again, like I said, if you want to see how to set up Elgato and OBS completely, well, actually just OBS. With Elgato, you don't really need to set up everything. As soon as you plug it in the Windows, it's basically automatically installs all the drivers you need in order to start broadcasting. Now, as far as the color accuracy, in my experience, it's very color accurate. Just make sure that your browser, or your client browser, or your viewer browser gonna be set to Rec 709, and it's very easy to do that in the Google, and I'm gonna show you how. So with the basically, let me switch really quick over here. All right, let me cover this. Okay, so it's kind of looks crazy a little bit. Let me move this. So we can see window inside window. Basically, this is how OBS Studio looks like. And we have a lot of different options over here. I can turn it on or turn it off, broadcast, or just simple recording. You can program the buttons over here. And basically, this is what we're dealing with. Now, in order to set your browser to Rec 709, that way more or less the end colors look accurate, this is what you need to do. Type this in your Google Chrome browser and it will give you access to a hidden menu within basically Google Chrome. Now, very first one, you're gonna see Force Color Profile, and it's set to default. And over here, you can set it to sRGB, P3, and basically HDR when available. So I highly recommend to play around, obviously, you know, before you're gonna do broadcast or any kind of work-related stuff. Typically, sRGB should deliver very accurate representation of what you're broadcasting. It should be very well good enough sort of to mimic exactly what you see on your screen. However, in different situations, different, and obviously, you know, you need to do your own research and play around to see how this represents on a different screen. You know, you can ask your friends to kind of let you know how it looks and basically blah blah blah. So this how simply you basically broadcast your reference display using Elgato and OBS Studio. So if you do some kind of DaVinci Resolve tutorials or anything like that, this is very easy way to set it up, and it's relatively cheap because that Elgato 4K only costs like 120 bucks, and OBS Studio is absolutely free, so there's no excuse not to get the program and really try it. The whole process of broadcasting your screen is not that difficult as it seems. I know, you know, it looks all overwhelming with the buttons and, you know, third-party programs, whatnot. It's actually very simple to set up. You know, if I'm gonna start setting up right now completely from scratch, within 5-10 minutes I can be completely ready to go. Very easy, it's not overwhelming at all, it's very simple, it's just a few clicks of a button. Put your questions below and I'm gonna try to answer all of them. Sometime in the future I'm gonna have a little live broadcast so we can do Q&A and basically other color, technology, and all kinds of questions. So that's about it for this video. Usual drill, you know, hit like or don't, it doesn't matter. And I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully. Take care.